Well, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. This is the Creepy Bad Lady, and I'm back again. Why? Because I had my audio set up wrong, and I just needed to calm down. So um, God helped me in that way. So apologies for the major technical difficulties. And so let's get this ball rolling. Okay, so please forgive the jet engine that's taking off in my computer. I got I think I learned about that. I think it could be dust around the fan, but either way, I'm going to take a look at it and see if I can get rid of that jet engine in my computer. All right, moving on. So, what you didn't hear was this morning I got up, I looked on Getter, and lo and behold, what do you know? The demon rats are now trying to take our driving away from us one day at a time, starting with Sundays. So Chuck Schumer decided he's going to raise hell about a climate crisis. So now he's going to say we're in a climate crisis. And that's just not the facts. So what they're doing is they are creating more ways that they can control your life. Here's the truth of it. They can't control our lives because we are free American citizens. Every citizen that lives in this country is free. Got it? We are a free nation. We have laws that govern our nation, our cities, our states, but we are a free nation. And big government does not get to be our mom and dad. Period. So let's get that very clear. Next, okay, so let's keep moving on. The other thing I did was I posted, so first of all, somebody go check on that. What was it, Pundit News, I think it was, posted on Getter. So someone go check that out and let's see if that's for real or not. I don't know, I don't know, I can't, I'm going to go and see if I can see if there's anybody responding, and I'm not seeing anybody. I'll say a hello. No, I'll put out a smiley face. How's that? Okay. And let's say peace. Okay, and I'll paste that into that. So, I'm not sure if anybody can see that. But there it is. I'm going to get back on this right here. Okay. Please post your questions, your comments. I've gotten a couple of thousands of posts, thousands of shares, thousands of likes on my post to start this protest, nationwide protest. I have started a team of people, good patriot people. We're working on getting people from all 50 states to be a part of this team, and this team will connect and create other teams within their cities, within their states. Okay, so that's how this is going to work. By coming together and it's going to be like a virtual hand-holding across the country, okay? And that's how it's going to be the Great American Shutdown, because everything's going to stop. Just like that. Everything will stop. If we do this right, everything will work, okay? So we have to have faith. We have to have faith. All right? We need to put aside all of our BS and have faith, okay? If we don't come together, then we're just going to live in a third world country where the government controls everybody. And there will be war within the country, just like in Somalia, in areas in Africa, in the Congo, in areas of South America. That's what it's going to be like. So you better get it together, pull your head out of your butt, and start seeing the daylight. Because it really doesn't matter if you're Antifa or Black Lives Matter or a Christian or a Jewish person. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. Bottom line, nobody on planet Earth in this day and age cannot go back and change what happened hundreds of years ago. It's impossible. It doesn't mean we like it. We need to see how far we've come from it. Not because we're not still living there, right? The only way we'd still be living in there is if we allowed it to happen. And we're not. We're all standing up now. We're all awake now. We're waking up now. But there are still people who are trying to take our rights away from us. You do as I say, you believe as I will, and we'll all get along. That's not America. America is, if you want to be Christian, great. More power to you. If you want to be Jewish and that's your faith, great. Good for you. Happy for you. If you want to be Catholic or Protestant, if you want to be Baptist, if you want to be atheist. Sorry, I got a nose itch there. I had to go in through my eyeball to itch my nose because my nose holes are a little bit too small. Can't pick my buggers with my little nose hole. Woo! Okay, so, but you can't change it. One of the things I said in the video that has no voice was that my other half always says, what's in front of you ain't behind you. Or what's behind you ain't in front of you. Got that a little wrong. What's behind you ain't in front of you. So all those things that happened, all those mistakes we made, now we take that lesson and we move forward and we gain the wisdom from that. And that's what Americans have been doing for the last 200 years. Making mistakes and learning. But now, in the last 5 years, and let's see, this is, okay, in the last 5 years and 3 months, this government, the people in the government, have been working and achieving their goals. And their goal is to shut down American citizens. Bring in a shitload of immigrants. Welcome to America, immigrants. Woohoo! We're happy to have you. But you gotta speak English. You gotta have a way to work. You gotta be educated. So before you come, educate, right? We'd love to have you. But we need to work on a way that you can come and not be homeless, not be impoverished, because that's what they're doing. Bring everybody over. Bring them. And then we'll just have them live off the government. And then the government can decide how you will live, what you will eat. Gates is already trying to get people to, submit to his way of eating. And, I don't want people telling me what I can or cannot eat. Do you? So we need to put all of our stupid bullshit aside, and we need to look at coming together. And we need to look at stopping what's happening. Open your eyes, and let's stop this. So the other thing that I saw this morning is a picture of Trump in a hallway, and he's standing behind a quote of a statement that he made in 2020. And it's about, generally speaking, it's about, I told you so. Well, we've been hearing, I told you so, nearly every day. And we're tired of hearing, I told you so. I really admire you, Mr. Trump. You were a real inspiration to me because you got things done. You got things done. And while everybody in Congress, while everybody in half the country, not half the country, but Democratic cities, governors, mayors, uh, senators, and Republicans, we know who you are. We're going to pray to God you're not in there either. If you're in the Democrat Party, be a Democrat. If you're in the Republican Party, be a Republican. You don't get to just go over and start kissing ass because you don't like somebody. I don't care if you don't like somebody. That's not what I paid you for. I'm not paying you to be in the White House so you can pick and choose to go with who you like or don't like. All right? That's not why you're there. You're not there to line your pockets with millions and millions and millions of dollars off of us, the taxpayers. You don't get to decide for us, we the people. So what you've done is you've opened up this country to terrorists, to anybody who wants to come. That makes us, the citizens, not safe. What I'm tired of hearing, what I'm tired of having thrown in our faces is I told you so. We got the message. We got the message. I admire the hell out of you, Mr. Trump. You're a great businessman. You were a great leader, but you'd be a hell of a good leader if you'd stop throwing this shit in people's faces. We don't need to hear it over and over and over again. I got that shit from my mom. I don't need it from you or anybody else. They did you wrong. Now, let's move forward from that and do something about it. You need to get all 50 states to commit. You need to demand that they do a full forensic audit. If any city in any state has destroyed that evidence, those people or that person needs to be arrested for treason to this country. Period. And that's the way of it. That's the law of the land. Do your research. Do your history. Just because shit happened 200 years ago doesn't mean it's going to happen today. We are not those people. That's what change is about. That's what progress is about. Yeah, it's still difficult to breathe in here. And I still got a freaking jet taking off in my computer. So, that's the one thing I wanted to get straight. We don't need you to throw shit in our face all the time, Mr. Trump. We need you to help us. We the people. Help us. All right? So that we can help you. Okay? So, what we're doing is putting together a good team of people from all 50 states, and those people will create subgroups within their cities, their towns, within their states. And as we go on now, I need to see a lot more people getting involved here because I'm telling you, we cannot keep talking about it. We got to start doing something about it. You understand? We got to do something about this. Talk is cheap. Action speaks volumes. And that's what they're going to recognize. I'm sorry, the People's Convoy, but I tell you what, making your drive-through around the Beltway, around DC, getting downtown, you know what? You know what that's done? Zero. Nothing. 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 It's done nothing. You've given rides to senators, and they talk to you, and they kiss your ass, and they tell you what you want to hear. Oh, yeah, I agree, yeah, I'm going to do that, yeah. And then before you know it, You see, oh, what's his face? Oh, God, done it. Okay, let me get myself together here. Lindsey Graham, you are a liar, 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 and you are not Republican. So go join the demon rats because you're a Republican. Tired of hearing words from the Republicans. You want to hear words and see actions from the Republicans. Okay? I don't know what's gotten into the Democratic Party, or I can tell you what's gotten into the president. The man's lost his mind. He's not a well person, and I am completely ashamed of his family for making him stay in there so that they can line their freaking pockets. I am sick of it. They're kissing China's ass because they got their hands in their pockets and they got their head up their ass so bad they can't see daylight. You think all this war is about Ukraine? Well, a lot of it is. Sure it is. But did you know? How many of you know that they've got a case against Joe Biden for ripping off the people of their country? Right? How many of you know that Hillary Clinton paid money for the fake Russian dossier? How many of you out there know that Mueller was paid close to $40 million to lie? To lie. It's all been proven. So here's the bottom line. All that BS put aside, not my bag, need my bag. But all of that put aside, if we don't come together, if we cannot put our differences aside as American citizens to know that living in this country, we are a free nation. We are free to think as we will, to believe as we will, to speak as we will. That is our God-given right. It is our right according to the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of these United States. We also have a right. It is our God-given right and our duty as American citizens to confront and remove a government who becomes tyrannical, who puts their citizens at danger. And that's exactly what our government has done on every level. City, state, government, federal government. Get it through your heads. You know, shit's coming down the pipe. And if you don't get on board with stopping it, then we're just all sitting ducks. In that bill that they just passed for those millions of dollars to go to Ukraine, it wasn't just money going to Ukraine. Take a look at it. Do the research. They added gun control in there. So now they're stripping away our Second Amendment rights. Don't listen to them tell you, oh, but that's not what we did. That's not what we're doing. We just want to get things under control. We want you to, we want people to be looked at and researched. We want them to find out who you are before you get a gun. Well, holy crap, that's been the law for how many years? It's been the law as long as I've been alive. I'm 64 years old this year. So that's been a law forever as far as I'm concerned. So what's different? Because you said it? That doesn't make it different. Does it need to be enforced? Absolutely. So reinforce it. Make sure it's getting done. Now, they want you to stop driving on Sundays. They're going to want you to stop flying. they're going to want you to start buying electric cars. Guess what happens when that happens? They can shut them all down and say, oh, geez, you know, we thought we'd throw some more stuff at you. Did you ever think to do the research about what it takes to make basketballs for the basketball players that got their heads up China's asses? Petroleum. You ever stop to think about what it takes to keep those big windmills going, those wind turbines that take out flock after flock after flock of birds in nature? It takes oil. You got to grease them engines. Okay? So what they did, what government did, was they shut everything down that would be helpful because they had so much hatred for one person. It wasn't that they didn't think he could do the job. It was they hated him because he was coming in to get them out. And they didn't want to lose their money. They didn't want to lose their stuff, their contacts, their money makers in China and Ukraine. They didn't want to lose all of that. So they made a plan. And they tried and they tried and they tried until the election. And they finally made it through. And there is proof. There is proof. There is evidence like you wouldn't believe. So moving on. Now, Barr gets on the tube today with Howie on Fox. And Barr is sitting there saying, gee, you know, President Trump was difficult. Well, yeah, he's probably one of the better bosses, you know, to make sure that his people are doing what they're supposed to and not out there spreading bullshit that they're not supposed to do. You know, he's a man who's not going to put up with that. And you don't get too many chances with him. I'm not even sure if you even get a second chance. You either do your job or you're out the door. And you didn't do your job, Barr. You did not do your job. You did the job of the Democrats. I call them demon rats. That's who you work for. The demon rats. If you had any balls at all, you would have done the investigation. Not how the demon rats wanted you to do, but of every state in this country, all 50 states, every one of the Dominion machines, you would have demanded a full forensic audit of every voting machine in this country. And you would have done that immediately. Don't tell me you weren't working for the demon rats. There's enough proof out there, enough evidence to show that you lied. So, we got some things to work on. You want to join the fight for our freedom, to take our country back? I'm starting a nationwide protest. I've already started building a team of great people who want to see this done, who are wanting to take our country back. And so that's what we're going to do. And we're calling it, it is the Great American Shutdown. There won't be any guns. There won't be any fighting. There will be a shutdown. Government thinks that they're shutting things down. They ain't seen nothing yet. I'd love and be honored to have the Freedom Truckers come and join. To contact me, you can contact me, Cynthia, at Signal, and or you can message me on Getter under Sydney, and let's get this thing rolling. Enough talk. talk's cheap. We can talk and pass around, statements that other people made and news and all this other stuff. But it's not getting anything done. You understand? It's not getting anything done. Okay? So, let's get together. Let's do this thing. And, oh, by the way, all you haters out there that just don't get why I do the bad thing, who gives a shit? If that's all better things you got to do in your day is to piss and moan that I'm wearing a freaking badge, then you got issues, my friend. You got more issues than I got. So, this is my thing I do, and I don't expect anybody to understand, but here's what it does for me. It sends laughter in my day. Gives me something to be silly about. Okay? So there's your reason. If you're still upset about it, that you feel that you have to just keep talking about it, I just can't stand that lady in the badge. And is it a transgender? Is it a man? Oh my God! I'd never share anything with that. Oh God! Grow up. All it is avoidance. Avoidance of facing what's going on. It's okay to be afraid. It really is. I'm afraid. My anxiety goes into overload every time I start getting into this day. And tomorrow when I get into that day. But God helps me fight through it. God's brought me through a lot of shit in my lifetime. And I'm very grateful for Him in my life. With that, I'm going to say adios. And stay safe out there. Please don't get any more shots. No more shots. Alright? Just stay the hell away from them. Do the research. And you'll see how many people are dying from them. And no more masks on the kids. Oh my God, you people are just beyond words. So we're gonna shut this country down. Get hold of me. Oh, I gotta straighten my bag out. Sydney on Getter. SYDKNE. Sydney. And on Signal, you can get me at Cynthia. Look for Cynthia. Okay? So, here you have it. Have a great day. God bless all of you. And God bless America. And that's it for now. Till next time.